Hello, and welcome to Every Day is Funny, the meditative morning show about newspaper comics. And I'm going to get to the out-of-context comics competition submissions in 1 second. Jesus Christ. If anyone can say that 5 times fast, please send me an audio clip and I'll play it on air, because that was tricky to get through. But I'll get to that in a second. You know, as we approach the end of season 1, I'm a man of vast taste, film, television, music, and we do have the Every Day is Funny playlist on Spotify, which you should of course check out. But I never really give just straight recommendations of things to watch or listen to, and it's weird because, in the past 100 days or so, I've come across many a great thing, and then I have my classic favorites. Everyone's got their faves, and as I'm fighting to come up with content every morning, you would suspect that at one point I would be like, oh, check out this show that I just saw. But I've avoided that because it seems like kind of easy street. Well, I changed that today because I've witnessed a video that I do believe everyone should see. And it's just a video, it won't take you long. It's about 1 minute in length. And I don't know how I hadn't heard about this thing. But I was listening to another podcast, which I don't advise. For y'all, this should be the only podcast that exists. But I am allowed. I was listening to the other podcast, and they brought up this video that I'd never heard of. And the video encompasses the magician Criss Angel levitating Shaquille O'Neal over a house. And they just talked about how great it was, and I was like, how have I never seen a video of Criss Angel levitating Shaq over a house? And so I went and watched it, and y'all, this is the greatest video I've ever seen in my life. You need to stop listening to this right now, or play the clip without audio while I'm talking. But basically, the magician, it's great if you don't know why they're there, which I didn't. It feels like one of those movies like Barbarian, where they tell you don't know anything before going into it. I would say the same thing about this video about Shaq getting levitated over Criss Angel's house. It's a beautiful video. First of all, the year it was filmed, it's got a strange mid-aughts look that's very fun. Yeah, I don't know why they're there. I don't know why a group has gathered around to witness this event. I don't know if they're Shaq's friends, Criss Angel's friends, or random bystanders. But Criss Angel just levitates Shaq over a house. And Shaq is stiff as a board, like a coffin. And he barely clears the house. It's not like it's a mile above it. He just makes it. And it's just one of the most fascinating things I've ever seen. And I was in this very elusive job hunt. I was a bit disheartened yesterday, and I just went and watched Shaq levitate over a home, and I felt infinitely better. Infinitely better. And it's another beautiful thing because it's a video where you have questions. Why are they there? All these questions I mentioned. How did they do it? Was there a crane out of frame or something? But it's a video where I don't want the answers. It's analogous to just the beauty of life's mysteries in general. Just watching this video of Shaq levitating over a house and just wondering why it exists in the first place, but not questioning it and just enjoying it for what it is. And that you get to watch it for free on YouTube. What could be more beautiful? So please check out Criss Angel levitating Shaq over a home. It's on YouTube. Please watch it. It will make you feel better. All right, let's get to the out-of-context comics. Actually, you know what? I spent so long talking about Shaq levitating over that house. Maybe I'll just... I spoke on it for so long. I didn't mean to. But you know what? Maybe I'll just read the comics tomorrow. Yeah. So if you're listening today, Friday, August 2nd, you have one more day. Get those out-of-context comics submissions in. Or just send an audio of you saying out-of-context comics competition submission 5 times fast, and I'll play that instead of a submission too. I'll play both. So you have until tomorrow to do that. I was going to read them now, but then I spoke too long about Shaq levitating over a house. All right. let's get to the comics then. All right, Dennis the Menace. We see Dennis's neighbor at the doctor with a real red nose, but I think that's kind of always how it is. I can't remember. The doctor says, "How's that pain in your neck?" Oh, okay, I haven't looked at the punchline yet, but I think we all know where this is going. He says he hasn't come over today yet. Oh yeah. We saw it coming. It was a fastball right down the middle. And they hit it over the green effing monster, y'all. Great joke. That is a pretty great joke. But it does beg the question, does the doctor know about Dennis? He's not his therapist. Does the neighbor come into the doctor's office and just divulge his life and the little child that lives next door that terrorizes him? Because as just like a doctor, the doctor's got to be like, all right, yeah, I'm here for the physical ailments, not the mental stress, my man. Or is the neighbor just genuinely like misunderstanding and thinking the doctor has that knowledge of Dennis the Menace, but in reality he doesn't, but he's just like letting it slip? And that's how much Dennis has affected his life, not only in physical ways, but now whenever he interacts with anyone outside the sphere of his home and neighborhood, he just like assumes everyone knows because Dennis is such a focal point in his life. That'd be a real mind F. If you had a little kid that was so disruptive to your life that you went around to other parts of the world, other towns, and assumed everybody knew what you were going through. Ugh. I think, though, if Dennis left, like when Dennis grows up, and obviously we've talked about this in the comics, cartoon characters never grow up, and it's probably the saddest part of these, like, someone like this guy's existence, the fact that he'll relive these torturous moments with an innocent, seemingly innocent child for the rest of his days, because none of them can grow old. But, like, if Dennis were to grow up and leave, this neighbor would, I think, get a weird, adjacent empty nest syndrome, where he'll start reading a book, waiting, and kind of fiendishly hoping that Dennis will interrupt his life so that he has something to complain about. Because whether it's because of Dennis or just not because of him, but just because he's there, I think he needs the disruption to make his life seem interesting. But I don't know. All right, Mary Worth time. Yesterday we saw Wilbur's ex, Stella, chatting with her new boyfriend, the veterinarian, as he asked her to come over for dinner. And she was going to bring some pets as well. So I guess we're kind of staying on them. I don't know if we're done with Wilbur. Let's see. Yep, we're still on them. All right, I guess it's not Stella. I guess it's just Stell. Headline: When Stell goes to Ed's house with her pets for dinner. Ding dong, she rings the doorbell. She says, "We're going to see Odin, kids, and Odin's wonderful daddy." Ooh, they immediately lock lips. And the pets are all jumping for joy and excited. Ed kisses her while also talking. I don't know how he has the ability to do this. This has happened before. He says, "Hello, my dears, come in. I have dinner prepared for all of us." She says, "Thanks, darling," and a meow and a woof from the dog and cat. All right, yeah, I don't know how he's kissing while talking. He likes to wear a lot of like dark pink, light purple attire, which is fine. It's just something I noticed. I don't like the way he talks. "Hello, my dears." Like he's addressing her pets with "my dears." Hello, my I'm just trying to think if like a woman I was seeing showed up at my house and say she like really liked me. Like say everything was going well. If I answered the door and said, "Hello, my dears," if she was with like a pet, I think that would give the ick so fast that any goodwill I had established is immediately out the window. "Hello, my dear." Also, how would I say that like earnestly with just like, how would I say it? "Hello, my dears." Oh my God. Yeah, see, it's just not right. And the cat, his cat that he's holding, looks stunned. And you would assume it's because there's other pets coming into his house and perhaps territorially he's a little afraid. But I think it's at the cringe line his owner just delivered as he was embracing. The cat's probably like, whoa, this woman's attractive, and he's succeeding with lines like, hello, my dears, come in. He is a hunk, and he made dinner for them, and he has a great job, and he's welcoming to pets of all kinds. I get it. He seems like a lovely man. But he seems like also the kind of guy that like Stell would talk about with her friends like a few months in and be like, no, he's great. And then their friends are like, then what's the problem? And she's like, maybe he's too nice. Like that I could see. But they do seem happy. And, I'm certainly not gonna say she should be going back with Wilbur. So maybe this is it. Maybe she dreams of Ed and Wilbur dreams of a dead goldfish. Maybe that's how life's supposed to be. All right, Rex Morgan time. Yesterday, Parker welcomed Corey into his hospital room, and Corey revealed that he had gone to see Randy the bully and confront him. That's all that happened yesterday. Today, they're still talking. Parker says, you saw Randy? Corey says, yeah, he's in bad shape. Broken arm, messed up face, who knows what else? Parker says, and his dad did that to him? Corey says, according to his mom, yeah. I think we're getting to a moment. What I think is going to happen is Parker's going to sit with this, feel very upset at the bad shape of the bully and that his dad would do something like that to him. I don't know Parker's history with their own father, but I know they're not around, so probably not great. And I think he's going to go talk to Randy, and I think they're going to reconcile. I think there's going to be despite everything that happened, I think there's going to be some sort of reconciliation attempt where they actually do kind of meet in the middle. Maybe the mom mediates it. Maybe Corey helps. Maybe they all four together kind of hash things out. But I think there's going to be some meeting in the middle. Or they just leave the hospital and that's the end of this storyline and it went nowhere. That'd be so sad. Just, how long have we spent on this plotline? Like, I haven't seen Rex Morgan's family in months, I think. Right? I kind of miss the days of the dog and the brownie. Sounds like a country song lyric. No, it doesn't. But you know what I mean. It's interesting that Parker has no scar or bruise on his face. Because, like, it's only been a day. And they got clocked. Like, truly clocked. Went down, ambulance arrived, neck brace. And now it looks like not even a scratch. What if this was all faked? The conspiracy theorist in me is coming out. What if the bully and Parker secretly arranged a fake hit and run so that everyone could get attention? And then it didn't go the way the bully wanted because the dad beat him up, but he thought he would, make a name for himself at the school, get respect. Parker thought they would get some sympathy. And now Parker's afraid of admitting the truth because of what happened to the bully as a result of their plan. That'd be so cool as a storyline if that was true. Some real moral gray area to delve into. But I don't think that's what this comic is about. Also, I did message the author, Terry Beatty, on Instagram. No answer. All right, let me think of what to comment. Okay, I'm gonna play off what I was just talking about with a total non sequitur comment that has nothing to do with anything. I'm gonna have Corey say, what happened to your bruise from getting clocked in the face, by the way? Parker says, the power of prayer, my good man, I've been born again. Just no relation to anything. Send. All right, time to wind down for this Friday, August 2nd. I hope you have a great start to your weekend. And remember, every day is funny.